There are things that we experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in a corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your evidence, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox Radio.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every week we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, or just the unusual. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining me today. What a great, the end of summer, getting to fall sort of day, great weather. Thank you all very much for joining me on that. And I do have to say, first of all, happy October. For all of us weird, spooky people, this is really the first, weekend of our existence. And also, I just want to point out that this weekend marks the 2-year anniversary of me being on AM 950, and I am very, very happy to be a part of that. So thank you to AM 950 for always supporting me and helping me and working with me. And it was also pointed out to me that from my guest today that it's been a year. She was on with me a year ago this weekend as well, and we're going to be talking with Char Savoie today. Char, as you know, has from other radio shows such as this one, and she has guest hosted on here. She also owns Charvinity. We're going to be talking about Metamorphosis Connection today. This is something new from the last time we talked with her. We also going to be talking about ghost stories and beyond. We're going to be talking about some upcoming trips that we're both working on together and doing, including a show in Rochester this weekend. There's a lot to talk about. We're going to get to it right now. Char, welcome to GhostBox Radio.
Hey, thanks for having me again. I'm glad to be back.
Oh, my pleasure. And I'd like to invite all of our listeners to join into the conversation. To do so, call in, ask Char a question live on the air. Call in 952-946-6205. That's 952-946-6205. Or you can also email us a question. The email for the station is comment@am950radio.com. We are live on AM 950 Radio, but also streaming video on the following Facebook pages. You can watch us on AM 950, Things Network, MN Ghostbox, Free Spirited, RU Media, Skeleton Key Network, and Temple of Phoenix Rising Entertainment. So please go there and support those pages, but also leave comments for either of us, and I'll be checking to see if anyone leaves any questions. So first of all, I have to ask, because something very new since you were last on here, and you weren't even on here that long ago. Just goes to show how things change for you very quickly. There's the Metamorphosis Connection now.
Yes.
So that is really exciting. What is that?
So the Metamorphosis Connections is an online directory for holistic and metaphysical practitioners and businesses where they can list their businesses, classes, events, all kinds of things. And as of September 1st, I am the new owner.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So it's really exciting. We have all kinds of great ways to help promote your business, newsletter, postings on social medias. Depending on what level you're on, it kind of changes a few things too. We'll be doing some ad space here as well, which I'm super excited for.
I'm too.
So lots of things in the works. Things are changing. Things are growing. And it's not just for people in Minnesota, although we do have a lot of people here in Minnesota, but anybody around the country or anywhere, if they would like to list themselves, they could do that.
So what was it about that made you want to do this?
I really liked the thought of having a place where you could find all the things that you need for your spiritual journey. And it's a really great community. Some of the practitioners within this area, they had come together and had like an event. And it was just really great to meet all these different types of modalities and people of what they're doing and just this huge community of support. And I really love that. And I want to continue that and I want to grow that.
So it just makes what you're doing, it just kind of grows that to I mean, is saying it to a bigger level, is that the right
Yeah.
term then for that?
Yep. I had started as listing my own business on there. And so I was actually participating in it and seeing it and enjoying, how it was going. And I love the concept and the
Mhm.
people that were involved. And so I was super excited when it was announced it was up for sale.
That is really cool. That is really neat. And I so my question then becomes too then what happens with Charvinity? Is how does that all play together now? Because Charvinity, for those who don't know, is Char's company. It's you started that a number of years ago now.
Right.
And that's classes and services and all sorts of wonderful things like stones and pendulums and really all stuff that you make.
Right.
It's not just so it's very personalized stuff. So these live in tandem with each other.
Yes and no.
Okay.
So they are two separate companies,
Yep.
so to speak. So although I own both of them, but so I still list myself on the Metamorphosis Connection. I'm still nothing's changed as far as that goes. I just would like to take it and grow it and help people. I've always kind of been that person that likes to help people, and if I can do something to help someone, I feel like that's just where I fit in. And so I keep them separate just like they were before. But now when I go to events, instead of talking just about Charvinity, I'm talking about Metamorphosis Connections as well.
Right. And that's that's really cool. I mean, when I found out that you had that opportunity, that seemed perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, that seemed really neat that you're able to do that. And it just seemed like from my limited, I'm going to be honest, limited view of the world and that, it just seemed like that would be a great fit for both Metamorphosis Connection and for you.
Right. Well, and it was kind of funny because people would always, do you do this? I'm like, no, but I know somebody.
Mhm.
It was always no, but I know somebody, or I can refer you to somebody. And then now it's like, actually, I know a lot of people that do these things now because now I have the Metamorphosis Connection. So now I know more people that I can connect people to. And that's what I love about it. And that just makes me happy helping people.
I mean, last week we had on Bonnie and Jenny from Enchanted Boutique, and that was one of the things that I really grabbed from that conversation was the ability, not the ability, but for people who are in this community, it's not just helping the people who are needing the services and stuff, but it's also helping the community itself, the metaphysical community.
Absolutely. And I feel like when you have a community like that, you can come together and help more people, be a part of something and help them because not everybody does everything. Somebody's always really good at something, like you're great at radio, and so it's like everybody has their niche and their thing. And to be able to have those resources to be able to find those people, I think is so important, especially in the metaphysical community, because we're kind of spread out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand what people do either. And so we have a lot of videos up of like, what is a psychic? What is a medium? What is tapping? What are all these different things? And then we do on Thursday night, what we call Thought Leader Thursday, where someone in their profession that's a leader in that profession comes in and talks and does a session of whatever their topic is for the evening. And so you really get to learn a lot too about the people and what they do and what's new and what's happening.
That's really cool. And that's the thing too. I had wondered about, and I think I wondered this last weekend as well, is if the metaphysical community in the Twin Cities or even Minnesota is much bigger than I think. And with that being said, it's like trying new people, kind of with what you're doing. If you got people who are just like, I want to offer these services, I don't know how to do it, I don't have a platform to do it. Now suddenly Metamorphosis Connections is a place to be able to be like, you can get yourself listed.
Absolutely. Whether you're just starting out or you've been doing it for 20 some years, there's open for everybody.
And
do
you have a space?
We have a website, so it's
Right.
www.metamorphosisconnections.com. We also
Mhm.
have a Facebook and an Instagram, and then we have newsletters that we send out advertising everybody. So if you post an event or a class or something, you get added to the newsletter.
But physical space?
We do not have an actual physical
Okay.
space, no.
Okay.
So it's all online as of
Okay.
right now.
Okay. So for, because as I talked to Bonnie and Jenny last week, because they're opening up their space more for it seems like a perfect combination of people going and wanting to start off, and they can rent space if they
Right.
want to, but then list with Metamorphosis Connections.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you can list with Metamorphosis Connections no matter where you are, even if you're out of a different shop
Absolutely.
somewhere. It's all about you personally and what you're doing. And there's a lot of people that are doing things out of their own home right now. They have a home studio, and it's hard to reach that crowd of a walk-in shop.
Mhm.
This is perfect as well. So it's open to anybody at any level, wherever you are. And we have people all over the state. We have a few people out of state as well. And we're looking for anybody and everybody that wants to be a part of it. I'm happy to help everybody get in.
So how do people get to the website?
So it's metamorphosisconnections.com is that, or you can find us on Facebook, and the website is on there. You can message us on Facebook as well, or you can message me through my email through there at char, CHAR, .mconnectme.com.
It's crazy. And this is well worth looking at. And also for those people who want services, that you go there and take a look. And
absolutely. Yeah. So even if you're just looking for services, you can definitely go in there and find a professional that's doing that. Sign up for the newsletter. That's the best way to figure out who's doing what at what time. And there's a lot of people that are doing virtual stuff, and some of them are even free lectures or free sound healings, yogas, all these different things. So it's a wide variety of information that you can find on there.
And, once again, folks, we'll be talking about this throughout the hour, but definitely go check out metamorphosconnections.com and go to their Facebook page, the Metamorphosis Center. That's what it's coming up as on Facebook. So definitely check that out. What we're going to do, let's take our first break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about ghost stories and beyond, some of the places that we're going to be traveling to, and all sorts of cool, scary stuff for October. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
No matter if you're eating out or cooking something at home, EatLocalMinnesota.com has you covered with a list of locally owned restaurants and food purveyors. Locally owned Vinaigrette has been offering the finest olive oil and vinegar since 2009. Reintroduce yourself to all the many flavors by tasting before you buy. From darker white balsamic to cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil from all over the world, there is something for everyone. Vinaigrette, located at 50th and Xerxes in Minneapolis, or at vinaigrettemn.com. The Park Tavern is your go-to destination for fun. Enjoy the fantastic food like their pizzas, burgers, and sandwiches, the best bowling in Minnesota, their wildly popular outdoor patio, great drink specials, all the big games on their numerous screens, and it's the perfect place for your next private event, even large gatherings for over 200. The Park Tavern is your go-to destination for everyone. Have fun at the Park Tavern, Louisiana Avenue, north of Highway 7 in St. Louis Park.
Hi, this is Ken Hageland, host of Living Healthy and Aging Well, inviting you to listen to our live call-in talk show airing every Saturday from noon to 1, where we talk about your health and your life and provide insights you need to know to live and age well. Each week, we talk with guests who provide answers to important questions regarding healthcare, elder care, end-of-life care, and self-care for caregivers, and help you and your loved ones plan for the future and enjoy your highest quality of life today. Please join us every Saturday from noon to 1 on AM 950 for Living Healthy and Aging Well.
Hi, Alex of Better Futures, Minnesota. Does your business or organization need janitorial services, lawn care, or snow services? Obtain a free, no-obligation estimate from Better Futures, Minnesota when you mention that you heard about us on AM 950. Our supervised, hardworking, and affordable crews will handle your interior and exterior building and property maintenance needs while you help men in your community transform their lives and walk on a positive path to success. It's a win-win. To learn more, go to betterfuturesminnesota.com under business services.
Hey, it's Patrick. Football season is building up, and so is the nastiness in your carpets and air ducts. It's time to call Zero Res and beat the holiday rush. Every surface Zero Res does is specifically designed to preserve and maximize the life of your investments in your home. But also ask yourself before you turn on your furnace, do you know how much built-up dirt, dander, and other allergens are hiding in your air duct system? With Zero Res this month, the more you buy, the more you save. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129 or 5 rooms starting at $199. That's a 43% savings. Book now to get the best carpet cleaning deal of the season. And don't forget about your air ducts. Help your furnace perform its best this winter by removing all the nasty dirt, dander, and harmful debris from your HVAC system. Plus, Zero Res will give you $75 off any air duct cleaning package. Call 952-ZERO-RES or visit ZeroResMinnesota.com to schedule your appointment today.
Are you dreading Monday, hating life, and living for the weekend? Char sure is, and I'm getting there too. It might be time for some life changes. Pamela Topjian is a board-certified hypnotherapist at hypnobreakthrough.com, and she can help. I can say that for certain. Consultations, they're always free, and you also receive a complimentary sample session to try out. So really, what is there to lose? You hear her commercials, check it out. Get in touch on hypnobreakthrough.com or send a message on social media, HypnoBreakthrough or Pamela Marie Topjian, and have a conversation with her. She's very easy to talk to, and I think you're going to get help if you need it. So go to hypnobreakthrough.com. And welcome back to GhostBox Radio and AM 950. My name is Greg Bakun, and we have Miss Char Savoie in today. We during break we had to fight for the host chair because she's used to guest hosting on it. So, it's my show. While I'm here, it's still my show. So what we're going to talk about this segment a little bit for those of you, especially this Wednesday, October 5th at 6:30 p.m. in Anoka over at the beautiful Billy's Bar and Grill. Very historic, very haunted.
Yes.
It's October's Ghost Stories and Beyond. We've been doing this iteration. Char had started it with her team. They had been doing it a couple years back. We started this iteration back in August. It's been very fun, very cool. I've been blessed to be a part of it. And this Wednesday, we're going to be talking about probably one of the. Let me back up. If you want to do the stereotypical get frightened for Halloween, a ghost story that scares the you-know-what out of you, this is going to be it on Wednesday, as Char is going to go through her experience the first time that she's been to the Villisca Axe murder house.
Yeah. It was 11 years ago?
It's 11 years ago. And the thing that people don't understand is that investigators do understand this on occasion. The investigations like this don't leave you.
No. Not at all.
I mean, how much apprehension do you have to actually tell the story again?
My stomach is literally spinning as you were even talking about it. It's oh, okay, we got to do that again. So it's one of those things too, where people have heard the story, and they know some of the details, but to really sit down and tell the story from start to end is a whole nother thing. It's one thing for me to tell you a clip or a 30-second thing that happened or whatever, but when I have to recount the whole story, that I'm even just having a hard time breathing just thinking about it. It's a lot. It is a lot. And
so on Wednesday, when you get there, first of all, Char is going to recount the story, but she has, which also is full of anxiety. You went through and you pulled a ton of recordings of spirits, video of spirits, pictures of spirits, plus we won't go too much into it because you need to come out there to really get it. But this investigation was a historical investigation, historically infamous for that location that people still talk about today.
Right. Yeah. It not only does it affect us, and it didn't leave us. People talk about it all the time.
Yep.
Like it lives on in infamy, and maybe our names don't quite come up all the time, but you ask anybody that's associated with it, they know exactly what night that is.
We did a live about this back in March, and there's a number of people who in the comments had said, "Oh, that's you."
Right.
You know.
Yeah, they had heard about the whole team that was there for this event and everything else, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know that was you." So, I mean, obviously, it's getting talked about, and like I said, the names don't always get remembered, and but as soon as I bring it up, they're like, "Oh, yep, I know exactly what you're talking about." So that kind of like throws me back a little bit when I know people know about it
Yeah.
that much.
I mean, and this is not like one or two clips that we're going to be sharing. It's going to be, I think there's like 30 some to 40 some. It was like there was a ridiculous amount.
There was a lot. I can't, when you said that, I was starting counting in my head, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't even think of all of them at the moment.
And I don't think, I mean, even that is kind of like, pared down a little bit. But the point of it is, first of all, it's a great conversation about what to do in horrific situations on a paranormal investigation, because it wasn't just spirit there. It was also the elements that I mean, you all could have been seriously injured in this,
or worse.
Yeah, without a doubt. That this is not hyperbole.
No,
this is I mean, but again, you need to come out to listen to this story, because it is frightening.
It is. And there was, I mean, it's weird, because it's like people always ask me, why do you want to talk about if it was so frightening? Because I think it's important to talk about, like you said, the safety part of it, what really can happen on an investigation. And there's things about it too that just raise so many questions. I mean, so it's like it lives in me because of the trauma part of it, but because of I have to figure this out, because there's other underlying things that I haven't shared with the general public that draws me back, and it keeps coming up. And that's what people don't understand, is like there is like this bond connection that has been made that makes no sense to me, but there's a part of me that has to figure it out and has to know more. And there was a moment in that house at a specific time where every single one of us we had looked at each other and said, we're going to die.
And once again, that is not overreacting.
No.
There is audio of it.
Absolutely.
There's audio of why she says this. I mean, I'm getting the chills. I wasn't even there. I'm getting the chills right now, even thinking about that audio, because you're hearing glass break and flying there. And you're going to have to tell us what the reason is why. And it's like, you'll go there, you'll find out.
Yeah.
But the glass flying, and when you see the pictures, it's old glass. So what does that mean? It's thick, it's jagged, it's nasty.
Yeah, it was intense. And then and it's funny, because you say, oh, we had a panic attack, and I was like, oh, you just got a little. No, literally hyperventilating, panicking, almost on the floor in the fetal position. I mean, there was like, this is the epitome. We literally looked at each other and mouthed, we're going to die.
Yep. And I think this is a good thing too, for those who look at paranormal investigating as like a ride at Walt Disney World, like the Haunted Mansion. Like, oh, this would be so much fun. This would be, I want to get scared. I want to, this is a safe way to get scared because you never know what you're going to, be careful what you wish for.
Exactly. And we did not wish for this, by the way. We did wish for this. We did not go in with any intentions of any of this at all. And so this took us by total surprise. And by no means have I ever gone into a location and provoked at all or asked for anything crazy to happen. Complete opposite.
Absolutely. So once again, this is a live in-person event that we do it every first Wednesday of the month. So that's this coming Wednesday, October 5th at Billy's Bar and Grill in Anoka. We're going to be in the basement.
Yep.
It's $10 to take part. That does not include food or drink.
Right.
But The food is amazing.
Yes, and they'll have wait staff that actually comes down there and serves us.
Yep. I mean, if you want some drinks, they're going to be there all night, making sure that you're taken care of. We got a nice system set up so you can hear very clearly everything, see everything very clearly. You don't want to miss this. If you really want to see what can happen at a paranormal investigation, that is it fair to say that could go wrong? Even
without you planning it to go wrong.
That's kind of my point, is that you did nothing. None of you did. Yeah, totally unexpected. This is the way to do it. Billy's on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. We'll both be there, and it's Char going to recount one of the scariest nights of her life.
And you'll get to walk right through it with me with all the videos and audio and pictures and everything. So you'll just sort of being there, you'll experience everything I did.
Absolutely. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions about it. Go to on Facebook, go to Charvinity about it, or go to Parafriends Events on Facebook. You'll get all the information there. We're going to take our next break. When we come back, we're going to continue our conversation with Char Savoie of Charvinity and Metamorphosis Connections. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
You're listening to AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota, the most informative source for progressive politics and news in the Twin Cities. Get involved online at am950radio.com, where you can sign up for our weekly newsletter, check out the local businesses that help make this content available, and stay up to date on the latest news and upcoming events. You can always reach us by email at comment@am950radio.com. That's comment@am950radio.com. Thanks for listening.
Hello, this is Ellie Krug with Ellie 2.0 Radio. Now my show will be on Saturdays from 10 to 11 and replayed on Sundays from 1 to 2. You will get to the best of Ellie 2.0 with talking about idealism with guests who come in and who are idealistic, who are trying to change the world. And you will get me, Super Idealist. Tune in. We can't wait to hear from you. And you'll hear from me Saturdays from 10 to 11.
I'm Candy Brothel, publisher of the Twin Cities edition of Natural Awakenings magazine and host of Green Tea Conversations, a news show for people who are on a journey to take responsibility for their health and play a more active role in their family's well-being. Join me every Sunday at 10 a.m. as I interview local experts who share the latest in natural holistic approaches in a fun and informative way. So grab a cup of tea and join the conversation as we awaken to natural health. Visit us at naturaltwincities.com.
Hi, this is Laura. Listen to Food Freedom Radio this week when we'll be talking with Land Stewardship Action. We have a vision for a better tomorrow, healthy soils, and a food system that works for people and the planet. And this upcoming election season, we need to elect leaders who not only share this vision, but will work to make it a reality. Your energy is needed, and Land Stewardship Action is here to help you put that energy to use and be part of putting democracy into action at all levels of government. Listen this Saturday at 8 a.m. or go to landstewardship.action.org.
In a world teeming with boring sofas, one woman dared to ask for more.
Wait, it only comes in brown, but I'm so sick of brown sofas.
But there was an option.
I've had enough. It's time to visit a real design firm.
Habitation, where all things are possible and the perfect home interior is within your grasp.
It's perfect. I had no idea my living room could look this amazing.
Habitation Furnishing and Design, the perfect selection to create your exceptional home.
Hi, this is Paul Metza inviting you to listen to the Wall of Power Radio Hour. We have been on the air on AM 950 for over 5 years, over 200 original shows in the can, including musicians, artists, promoters, authors, comedians, and more. We're on the air Saturdays at 6 p.m. If you'd like to advertise, get a hold of us at am950radio.com and stay tuned this weekend, Wall of Power Radio Hour.
Seward Co-op is now offering convenient self-serve and prepackaged hot options and salad bars at both the Franklin and Friendship stores. Breakfast items available daily until 11 a.m. and brunch served all day every Sunday. Their weekly lunch and dinner menus highlight cuisines from around the world. They offer vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options daily. 95% of the ingredients used are organic from small-scale, local community food producers whenever possible. More at seward.coop.
If you listened to the show last week, we had Bonnie and Jenny on from Enchanted Boutique, and they came through with some really exciting information. And I just wanted to share that again with everyone, just to make sure that you are taking advantage of some of the revamps that they're doing there, to make sure that they are doing, they just really wanted to enhance the consumer experience, so to speak. And I know that was very corporate-y the way I said that, but it's true. For example, if you stop in tomorrow, it's going to be Make It Monday, which is make and take projects. Tumbled Tuesday, Tumbled Crystal Sale, Woo Woo Wednesday. And I'm not someone to say woo woo. All right. That's not really my thing, but that's what's going on. That's Wednesday. That's the Divination Sale. Trinket Thursday. That's going to be jewelry. Folk Magic Friday, which is a witchy sale. Enchanted Saturday. You go to their website, you can see how it changes every week. And then Self Love Sunday, Bath and Body Sale. There is a lot of great stuff going on over there. So please, you know what? Do me a favor, please go check out what's happening over there. Please support them. They're local business, and all the local businesses really could use the support, and they're good people. You can go over and see them in person. They are over at 1860 Beam Avenue in Maplewood, Minnesota. But also don't forget that you can go over and go over to Facebook, Enchanted Boutique MN, or go to enchantedboutiquemn.com. Please go over there. Please say hi to them from me. I just saw them, but please let them know that you heard about them through me on GhostBox Radio, and I'd greatly appreciate that. And then if you miss GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun Live, AM 950 replays these episodes Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, or you can listen anytime by going to Spotify or iTunes. After listening, please leave a positive review for my show. Also, we just got done talking about it, but I'm going to say it again. Don't forget, on October 5th at 6:30 p.m., join Char, who is my guest today, and myself, and we're going to be talking about Villisca over at Billy's Bar and Grill in Anoka for Ghost Stories and Beyond. We've been doing this now. This is our third month. People love it. We've been doing different, focusing on different things. We have stuff throughout the year that we're planning. We hope that you'll join us. It's $10 to get in. Does not include food and drink, but what does it? It does include some great stories, some great experiences, and then you can also buy food and drink there. It's going to be a wait staff that's going to be checking in on you all evening. So definitely, please check that out. That's this Wednesday. So Char, we got some stuff going on here, which is pretty cool.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, this weekend, we're going to be traveling for business as well as for some paranormal stuff. And I have not done one of these shows before, but on October 8th in Rochester, Minnesota, at the Eagles Club at 917 15th Avenue, Soul and Synergy is going to do their psychic and wellness fair.
Yeah, we're both in that.
We're both in it. We should be, tables should be next to each other.
We're gonna have to fight if we're not.
Right. I've requested such luxury, but Terry Flick, who puts these on, he does always a good job. And it's a day of healing with vendors, including tarot, oracle card readers, mediums, psychic, energy healers, shamans, vendors selling crystals, stones, candles, jewelry, incense, and more. But probably the greatest part of this, without doubt, is that I'm going to be speaking.
I know. I'm like that should sell tickets.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, right. I'm going to be doing a presentation at 11:30 at Soul and Synergy Psychic and Wellness Fair. It's called Being a Paranormal Investigator, which I have to figure out what that means first, and then I'll put a presentation around it. Actually, what it's going to be is, depending if we have video or not, I'm certainly going to play some of my evidence that I've collected, recordings I've collected over the years and stuff of from my investigations, talk a little bit about what I've been doing, my what I believe an investigator is, which we are very much in the same place with that. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. And then I'm hoping if we have video, I want to play some of that Nick Roth stream that we did that had Nick answer questions from the audience, which was a lot of fun.
Fantastic event, by the way. And if you missed it, you need to sign up for the next one.
You do. I mean, it's as simple as that. We're
amazing.
working on some like 3 big names at the moment. We also just did the Marty and Michael Psychic Gallery. That was last Thursday. That a lot of people were moved in that.
I heard it was a phenomenal. I wasn't able to join because I had prior commitment, but I heard it was phenomenal.
It was really, I mean, because a couple of people there I knew, and I knew some big things that happened to them, and Michael picked right up on it.
Perfect.
And then Marty was there, and what people may not know, Marty and Michael, they had been on a number of Ghost Adventures episodes, and Marty would be the one that would draw pictures of people coming to her, which is such a unique way.
I love that.
And she's such a good artist, and she had a couple of pictures that she put up to the screen, and people would be like, that's my so-and-so, that's my mom.
Right.
One was someone's mom. And they just immediately, and that, you know, since you do galleries,
right?
And hopefully we can do one like this with you if you ever have time.
Well, I would have stick figures.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying you should draw.
Well,
I mean,
good.
you can. I mean, you can if you want. I mean, it's your gallery. But what would be great? What was great about it is like as soon as Michael said to somebody, he's talking to somebody, he's like, your mom's coming through, and he just nailed like how long she's been gone.
That's amazing.
Like
I
it was
that.
like 2 months.
Wow.
Not even 2 months, it was 1 month.
Wow.
And right away just the waterworks, you know, and it's just like there is nothing like it. There's truly
something
nothing.
extremely healing about getting messages from the other side.
There is and when and the validation is such a big part of it, of like just simple things like someone's worrying about something about hot cross buns, like what?
It's the weirdest random things that come through, and I'm like, I have to say that, like what? So it is those tiny details that mean the most that come through, and that's the fantastic part about it.
Yeah. So, and do you have any galleries set up anytime soon? Or because you have so much going on, I can't imagine.
I do actually. On October 14th, I have a gallery with Sandy Stangler, who is a fellow medium, very, very gifted. I'm so excited to be doing that with her. The event is on my Facebook page and my website. You can find it, get a ticket. It's only $30 for 2 psychics, 2 amazing psychic mediums.
that is going to be good. I actually have a reading set up with her next week.
She's fantastic.
And she showed up at the first Ghost Stories and Beyond.
She did.
that we did together, and it was just like immediately, and based on your high praise of her, I thought, okay, I'm gonna do this. So on October 14th, you two have your gallery.
Yes.
Okay, that is cool. That's cool.
I'm excited. It'll be fun.
And you've probably said this, but where is it
That is actually going to be at.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Everybody has to be psychic to figure out where that one is.
Do you have the directions?
I know. Go 1 block. No. It is out at Holistic Gateway in Little Canada.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't been out to Little Canada in a long time.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. I'm excited. It'll be fun.
That's going to be really cool. Now, you are also going to be at Soul and Synergy Psychic and Wellness Fair, October 8th at the Eagles Club, 917 15th Avenue, Rochester. And you got a table.
I do.
And what are you going to have there?
Well, I'll have my handmade divination tools, pendulums, dowsing rods, runestones, and then also some other little handmade things that I have, like incense and eye pillows and sprays and things like that. And I had planned on doing some readings, hopefully.
That is cool. That's going to be, I think it's going to be a great day.
We're there. It's going to be amazing.
Right? I thought
not that we're like, because we're going to have fun. That's what I meant.
Well, we're also amazing.
Well, we are, but we're going to have fun.
I thought about this earlier. If we had started a company together, I came up with the name for the company.
Oh.
So you'd have to kind of change your name a little bit, but we can call it Char Greg. Kind of like Char Broil, but Char Greg.
Oh my God. Okay.
You in?
Well, maybe.
You don't seem too committal.
Char. I get called that a lot.
I
It's
bet
really
you do.
Weird.
So
it's like,
it might be easier just to change it to Char.
I don't know.
Char Greg.
Char Greg.
Yeah, no, probably not. But I'm always thinking, Char. I'm always thinking, and I probably should just keep saying your name properly so people don't start picking up and just trying to be the funny guy and just like, hey, Char, because now this could very well be the case.
Well, thank you for continuing the nightmare in my life.
I can't tell you how much I laughed about it myself when I came up with it. I was just like, that's so funny. But that you got to be your best. You got to be your own, like, up audience,
Right.
and your own support
Absolutely.
center. So, but no, I haven't been down to Rochester in a great deal of time. And, there, even though my world is mainly paranormal, I know there's going to be people there that I know, like vendors and
Right.
stuff.
Well, and every time I go to these events, holistic events, I end up talking about paranormal stuff, and I'm handing out your business cards. So
At least you know where
And
they
now I
are,
can just
because I don't
point
even
to
know
you.
where. Yeah, right,
Like,
exactly.
here.
Well, I know where the cards are now. So that's good. I ordered my banner at
Yay.
an extremely expensive amount. And then there's more to this story, because once we're done with the event, we're traveling to some paranormal adventures.
We are. We signed up for this because it was on the way.
It truly, that is exactly what it was. And I think what we're going to do is, first of all, once again, folks, Soul and Synergy Psychic and Wellness Fair. That's October 8th. That's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. $5 to get in. It's going to be at the Eagles Club, 917 15th Avenue, Rochester. Char is going to be there. I'm going to be there. I am blessed to be able to have a speaking a slot this time. So I'm really thankful to Terry for allowing me to do that. And then also we're going to talk a little bit more when we come back from our break about some of the places we're going to that weekend. It's going to be pretty crazy. When we come back, we're going to finish our conversation with Char Savoie. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
Hi, my name is Pamela Topchian. I'm a former nurse, published author, and board-certified hypnotherapist with hypnobreakthrough.com. Do you feel stuck in a rut? Finding yourself wondering if this is all there is to life? Tired of just existing? Hypno Breakthrough can help you to reduce stress, release fears, gain confidence, and reach your life's goals holistically, mindfully, and gently. So I ask you, what changes would you like to see in your life? Let's talk about it. Contact me, Pamela Topchian, board-certified hypnotherapist, to schedule your free consultation, which includes a complimentary stress-reducing sample session, so you can see how it feels for yourself before any commitments are made. Go to hypnobreakthrough.com for all the information. That's hypnobreakthrough.com.
Metaphysical means different things to different people, and Enchanted Boutique in Maplewood has classes and workshops for any skill level, whether you're a beginner or new to the metaphysical. Enchanted Boutique's friendly instructors bring positive energy and years of experience in all the metaphysical realms. Workshops include energy healing, various divination techniques, crystals, and much more. Plus, Enchanted Boutique has lots of products that can supplement what you learn at their newly expanded retail location in Maplewood. Find the class schedule and book your own session at enchantedboutiquemn.com.
This is New Beginnings, hosted by award-winning broadcaster and speaker Freddie Bell.
Freddie, this generation of the baby boomers, people are living longer, so the baby boomers are taking care of elderly parents.
Let's talk about your health, and specifically, let's talk about Medicare. Our show features the concerns of America's 78 million baby boomers in employment, finance, health and nutrition, and even entertainment.
Join us for New Beginnings, Saturday mornings at 11, brought to you in part by Vision Loss Resources.
Connections Radio Show is all about tapping into our hardwired hunger to connect. We examine meaningful connections to ourselves, our community, and the world around us. By opening the door to innovative insights by a wide variety of interesting guests, we'll make the connections to something bigger than ourselves. Join me, Lori Fitz, your host of Connections Radio Show, and together we'll make the connections. Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota.
AM 950 Movie Night is back on Wednesday, October 12th at Crooner's Supper Club. We'll be showing Greg Palast's new film, Vigilante, Georgia's Vote Suppression Hitman. Rick Smith will be in town to host a panel discussion about the movie and voter suppression. So come early and get a delicious dinner from Crooners and meet Rick Smith and other AM 950 staff. That's AM 950 Movie Night showing Greg Palast's new film, Vigilante, Georgia's Vote Suppression Hitman on Wednesday, October 12th at 6:30 at Crooner's Supper Club. The movie is free to attend, but we do require registration at am950radio.com.
And welcome back to GhostBox Radio. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you so much for joining me. My guest today is Char Savoie. And Char, who has stepped in as guest host many a times, she also is the owner of Charvinity, and has now just taken over Metamorphosis Connections, which once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We were just talking about all the stuff we have coming up. That includes Ghost Stories and Beyond at Billy's and Anoka on October 10th. We were talking about October 5th. I don't know what's on October 10th. I think might have been Brett here just talking about his movie night or something like that on the commercials.
We will be somewhere October 10th.
October 10th is funny that would come up. We are traveling this weekend. We have Soul and Synergy Psychic and Wellness Fair on October 8th, but then we start a couple days of investigating.
We do.
So where are we going?
Well, we are going to dive deep into this whole connection phenomenon that we keep hearing about between Melbourne and Villisca.
Mm-hmm.
So on Sunday night, we'll be at Melbourne Manor, seeing what's going on there. And then Monday night, we're at Villisca because we can't get enough.
Now, to be fair, it's only my second time there.
Yeah.
But for me, though, I have had probably about 3 times that I was set up to go. And every time something has happened, that stopped me. So
well, I hope nothing happens this time.
It can't.
Because you're in my car.
I'm in the car. Well, I mean, the car thing that happened to me the last time I went to Villisca. I mean, just saying, not to put it out there. So we have a little bit of time left. One of the things that we have found, and I'm sure other investigators have found, is like when you go to places, first of all, you can have a personal connection to places. And then you also can have a running narrative of some kind, not only as you're finding, not only at one location, but maybe some places are kind of adding up.
Right. Yeah. And so I think that's where, if you're a medium or a psychic, that stuff doesn't all come in at once.
Mm-hmm.
You get pieces, you get tidbits, and there's no time frame on the other side. So they tell you when it's divinely right to tell you, and it's not all at once. So there's just been a 10-year in the making of just tidbits coming in from me going there, from other people, random people saying, hey, I have this message for you. And it's like, what? And they would have no idea that they know any of this. Because quite honestly, I don't tell all the things about this connection just because people frown upon it.
And also what people don't understand is there is sometimes a confidentiality between spirit and yourself.
Right. Absolutely. And some of it seems very personal, so I keep it to myself. Yep. So, I get the weird looks and everything else, but what people don't understand is this is something that isn't just happening on the day that I'm in the location. This happens 10 years. It's been happening on and off of things happening, stories, narratives, things coming in. And so it's just one of those things where it's like, I just need to know. And quite honestly, when we made the decision to go, it was like the light switch flipped.
Yeah.
And information was coming in to both of us through several different modalities, people, other haunted locations were contacting us and telling us they had a message.
Yeah.
So it was reaching out in all kinds of different ways. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't like an evil, anything like that. It was very heartfelt, very, very everything. And so, yes, I'm cautious because I also know that sometimes that can be trickery, but I'm willing to ride the line and to run with the narrative and just see what happens.
And that's just it. I mean, it's very weird when you're getting it from a lot of different locations or different avenues of information. And the funny thing is, they don't know, these people who are bringing information to you or to me, they don't know about the bigger picture.
No. They don't. But every time, and that's the other thing is too, every time somebody brings something, it furthers the story. It's not like we're hearing repeated information. It's like we
Yeah.
hear something and we're like, oh, let's consider that. Let's think about that. And then all of a sudden, maybe a month or a week later, somebody else tells something, they're like, oh, there's another piece of the puzzle. It's like it's all clicking together and it's coming together. We still don't know the whole story, but we're so much farther than where we
Yeah.
started.
And I don't know about you. I'm not expecting it to be concluded
No, not at all.
on Monday or
Not at all.
Sunday.
Not at
I
all.
mean, it's in their own time,
Absolutely.
and I remember because we've been planning this since March,
Right.
and since March for me too, like through Spirit Box, Velisca has been coming through. The name has been coming
Right.
through. That's not something you get on radio.
No.
So
No.
it's like what is this?
Right.
And like you said, none of it is to you, none of it's scary.
No, not at all.
It's just what is happening.
Right. It's there's something that's trying to formulate or transpire or whatever. And it's asking us to be a part of that somehow to help figure it out, be a message, whatever that is, I don't know.
Mhm.
But somehow we've become a part of that equation.
And it's clear but not clear.
Exactly.
And so and people have asked us before, like, what is our our thoughts and our way of doing paranormal investigating. This is just a bit of a glimpse at it, about the
Right.
process of how you get into something like that. And one of the things that we do offer as well is a paranormal class.
Yes.
And we are just finishing up one tomorrow, taking a week off because we're going to be at Velisca.
Right.
But then the following Monday, if I'm not mistaken,
That is true. The 17th.
the 17th, we start up our next class,
Yes.
which, if you want to take part in it, and once again, we always say this isn't like you get a certificate at the end saying you're a
No.
paranormal investigator. It really has, all it does is best practices and
Right.
how to think about what's going on around you.
Well, and there's so much information that you don't learn by watching the shows and other things. And there's things you wish you would have known.
Yeah.
So we're taking all the things that we've learned along the way, all the things that probably wasn't a good idea. That didn't work. This was an amazing thing. This little tidbit right here was like everything.
Yeah.
So we've kind of compiled all of that stuff with all of our experiences. And then we help you walk through that. And we also help you tap into your intuition and let you enjoy the investigation from your own point of view.
And the respect factor,
Absolutely.
everything with that. I mean, we've done this a number of times, this class a number of times, and we get a lot of great feedback from it. People are very happy with it.
It's been phenomenal. It's been fun for us too.
Yeah.
We've had a great time.
And so the next set of classes, you can take 5. You don't have to take them all, but there's a good reason why.
Right.
You could take all 5, because then we'll include you. It's an extra cost, but include you on an investigation.
Yes.
And that everyone else takes part in. But to do so, go to charvinity.com, look under classes.
I think it says events.
Events. Okay.
Yeah.
Look under events and you're going to find it there.
Yep.
And that is going to be fantastic. So we are going to be heading out here to Rochester in a few days.
Yes.
Once again, also check out Metamorphosis Connections. Check out Charvinity. Char, thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
Absolutely. See you next week.